Happy Wednesday! People always say hump day, and I never know why they say that because that's kind of a weird name for a day, but happy Wednesday. My kids are all asleep, and Timmy is off of work coming home, so I'm going to finish putting away some more laundry because that's what I do every night, and just get a couple things done and wait for him to get home. I'm so excited for him to get home because he has tomorrow off, and it's just so nice when I know he's got the next day off and we can just relax and like have time together. And he's gonna be probably pretty tired because he worked a really long shift, but I'm gonna go work out with my sister in the morning anyway, so it kind of works out good because he can sleep while the house is quiet and I have Avia with me and all the boys will be at school and he can get some rest. So anyway, I'm really excited to see him for like a full day beside him sleeping because it doesn't happen that often that happens. Anyway, I was going to say congratulations if you were the Powerball winner. We were not, but I'm curious if it was any of our subscribers. I don't know for sure if anyone won yet. You hear all these things about like different places saying, oh, there's a winning ticket here, winning ticket there. Wow, my hair looks lovely. But it still says pending on the website, and so I don't ever believe it until it says it on the actual Powerball website or lottery website, because it's just, there's so much out there that's not true, and so I just don't believe it till I see it. But anyway, excuse the boxes over there. Right there. We're not moving, by the way, in case you're wondering. I just got some storage clothes out of the kids' like their spring wet type weather clothes, and I started going through them, and holy crap, my kids have grown a lot, but I'm getting way off track. They've grown so much since last spring, it's crazy. Anyway. I'm so tired, if you couldn't tell. I've had such a busy day of just cleaning and organizing and cleaning and running, kids to and from school and stuff. Even though the schools are not that far from our house, our kids go to separate schools. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that. They don't all go to the same school. Even though they're all in elementary school, Ty goes to a different school than the other two, and so this morning, Ty threw a huge fit over the fact that I had to wash his police costume that he's been wearing since a month before Halloween. And it was so stinky. I was like, no, you're not wearing it to school. I am washing it. End of subject. So I put it in the washer. He sat by the washer for almost an hour while the cycle went, until his bus came, and I was trying to get him on the bus and making him go, and he would not get on the bus this morning, like just would not. And usually I have to have him ride it because his school starts at the exact same time as Jack's, and they're like 15 or 20 minutes apart, and so there's no way I can make it, to Jack on time and Ty on time, and then Bryker starts 15 minutes after them, and so it's just not possible in order to get them all to school on time. So anyway, I usually drop off the two boys that go to the school closer to our house, and then Ty rides the bus, but he wouldn't get on the bus, so sorry, I'm yawning. So, I decided to I waved the bus driver just to keep going, and then I didn't let him wear his costume to school. I did stick to my guns, and I'm so glad I did, and let me explain why. When you have an autistic child, at least my autistic child, if you don't stick to your guns when you say something, if you give in even one time, the tantrums are a billion times worse for like the next couple months. And so if I say something, I have to follow through with him. There's no leeway at all. Like, at all. There's no, like, giving in. Because when I do, in the past when I have, I pay for it for months. Like, then he thinks he can get away with anything. And it's so hard because it's not like your typical kid where you can, like, you should follow through always anyway. But I'm just saying, like, with Jackson, like, if he has a consequence and he wants to, like, earn some of that, whatever it was, back, like Legos or whatever, after a significant amount of time, sometimes we will let him kind of earn back what he's grounded from. But with Ty, if we do that, big no no. So when I told him it had to be washed before he could wear it to school, and I said, school first, then you can wear it when you get home, he just was so upset with me. But he sleeps with it on, he wears it all the time. It was gross. So it needed to be washed. So he sat there, and then I put him in the car, dropped off the other kids, and I went and took him to school. He was like about 40 minutes late for school by the time I dropped off Breaker and then got him down to school. Excuse all the yawning, I'm exhausted. Anyway, so I dropped him off at school, and then he rode the bus home, and the very first thing when he got home, I followed through and just said, look, you went to school first, now you're home, now you can wear your suit. And he was happy as can be that he got his suit back. So I'm glad I followed through. It worked out well. It's just really hard to follow through sometimes because the meltdowns are so bad. But I know that if I don't follow through, his meltdowns are going to be far worse. And it's exhausting sometimes trying to follow through on all the things with him that I say I'm going to do or that we are like trying to work on. But he got to school. He was not happy to go in. Me and Avia and him all went in together because the other boys were at school at the time. And sorry, I'm yawning a ton and I'm not editing this, so you're getting a lot of yawns. But so I walked him into his classroom with Avia. And once one of the aides, they have a lot of them in their classrooms there, one of them went and got some paper and was like, look, do you want to make a stop sign and a go sign? Like little ones on a stick. He loves them. He holds them up and is always like, stop, go, for all of us. So as soon as she did that, he was fine. He was like, all right, and he went, and that was that. He did great at school. He had a good day, and so that was good. And he rode the bus just fine. But anyway, following through with an autistic kid is a challenge. It's a challenge anyway, but it's way multiplied with an autistic kid because when you are in that phase of trying to follow through and push through whatever they're fighting you on, the resistance is a lot harder usually than a typical developing child, and so that can be a huge challenge. So hopefully it gets better with time. It already has when we follow through. If we ever get in, like I said, it's a nightmare. So anyway, I'm going to go to bed. I'm exhausted. I'm going to get in the shower and then go to bed so I can meet my sister in the morning for the gym. Yeah, that's all for now. And another yawn, of course. But thanks for watching, guys, and we'll talk to you later. Bye!